Hey everyone, Hallie here. Today I thought it'd be interesting to rank all of the multiplayer maps that we have in Black Ops 6. This will include all of the new maps from Season 1, all of the Faceoff maps, and all of the regular 6v6 maps that we have. And keep in mind, this is just my opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think of it down below in the comment section, and how would you guys rank these maps yourselves? I'm really curious, so let me know what you all think down in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I think there's no better way to start us off than just ranking the Season 1 maps, as they are the newest maps, and I'm sure a lot of you are clicking on this video wondering what I think of the Season 1 maps. So let's start off with the two 6v6 maps that we have first. First off, we have Helipad. Now, Helipad is a 6v6 map, and it's definitely the bigger map that we got with the Season 1 update. Man, this map, it plays very interesting. There is a very strong, well, it's somewhat strong power position in the tower on this map. I don't know, I really like how this map plays. I really like the flow of it. It's definitely not my least favorite map at all. So I think for the time being, I'm going to place this at B tier. B tier feels good. It's just very open. Like, my main issue with this map is there doesn't feel like there's a lot of cover, and it also just feels huge. It doesn't feel as like big as something like Red Card, which just feels like obnoxiously large. However, this map just feels pretty sizable, and if you're not playing an objective-based mode, the flow of this map can get a little weird. But when there is good flow on this map and you're playing like an objective-based mode, I really enjoy it. So I'm going to put it at B tier for now. However, I might change that, but we'll see. The next map that we got in the Season 1 update is Hideout. Now, I gotta say, I don't know. I think Hideout is good. I like it more than I like Helipad. So I think I'm going to put it at A tier. I really like the aesthetics of this map. I really like the two buildings on this map and how they're connected. I like how, I don't know, I just really like the layout of this map, and I think it's really fun. I think it's a great map. I don't think it's like super extraordinary, so I might drop it to B tier. I really need to see what this list or what this ranking looks like when I put the other maps on here. But I think for the time being, I'm going to put it in A tier. I do like it more than Helipad, mainly just because I feel like it just flows better than Helipad. I might lower these two down a notch. I might move Helipad to C and Hideout to B for the time being. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's okay. And the final map that we got in the Season 1 update was Heirloom, and this map is set in a museum, and if you guys saw my X-Defiant Air and Space video, you will know I absolutely love museums, and so I'm slightly biased towards this map. This map is one of the face-off maps where it's one of the smaller 6v6 maps without score streaks, and I think it's really fun. I really like the way that this map is laid out, and I think it's probably the best map that we've gotten in these Season 1 updates. So for that, I'm going to put it at A tier, just for now. And I'm kind of grading these face-off maps. I believe that's what it's called. I'm going to be grading them a little bit differently, but I think they all are pretty solid. There are a few stinkers, but I think that they're okay, but we'll get there. But anyways, let's get to the base maps for Black Ops 6. Now, the first base map I will be ranking is Protocol. Now, this is the island kind of map that has the lighthouse. It's very vertical, and I gotta say, I really enjoy this map. I love the verticality of this map. I gotta say, I really enjoy Omni movement in Black Ops 6, and I think it's just really fun to dive around and jump off buildings. So I gotta say, this map's really fun, although it is quite big. I don't know, I think I'm gonna put it at B tier for now. I think that's okay. I don't think it's the best map. I think it's quite large, and if you're not playing an objective-based mode, it can get a little frustrating. And also, once the enemy team kind of pushes up into, like, the way that this map is laid out is that both teams have essentially a big building on whatever spawn they spawn at. So whatever side of spawn on this map that you spawn at, you'll have a big building. Once the enemy team pushes into your building, the flow of this map just kind of dies, and you'll flip spawns, or maybe you'll recapture your spawn, but just doesn't feel good. I don't think this map flows incredibly well, but I also don't think it's too bad. I really like the gunfights on this map, so I'm gonna put it at B tier for now. I think that's okay. I don't know. We'll see with the other maps. Next up, we have Payback. I really like Payback. I think this map is really fun. This is the map that is set in the Black Ops 6 campaign area. I think this map is really fun. I love the layout of this map. It's basically a 3-lane map. It's super fun. I love it on objective modes, and I think it even plays well on just like team deathmatch. I think this map plays very solid. I don't know if it's an S tier, but I think I'm gonna put it in A tier just because I think this map is pretty fun. And I really don't have many complaints about it. My main complaint is that there isn't really like a middle lane. But I think I still really think it's fun. I like how there's like a horizontal path in like the middle of the map where you can cross to the other lane, like across the map, which I think is really cool. I don't know, I think this map's great. So next up we have Skyline. This is the map from the beta that's set in like a hotel that has like a big pool. I think this map's S tier. I think this map plays great. I'm a big fan of this map. I really like score streaks on this map. I love the chopper gunner on this map because it's like lower to the ground. It's really cool. I love Skyline. I love the aesthetics of this map. I love how it plays. I really don't have any complaints about it. I think it's a very solid map, and I think it fits in Black Ops 6 very well. Next up, we have Lowtown. Now, Lowtown it's okay. My main issue with this map is the water. I just don't think it really plays a purpose, and it's kind of just annoying. But it offers like some cool parkour, but I don't know. I think the water on this map's a little bit annoying, and I think the lanes, I don't know. This map is very like blocky, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this map. I think I'm gonna put it in. Man, I think I like it. I don't know if I like it more than Helipad. I think I like it about the same as Helipad, to be honest. Where it's okay. I don't like think it's too bad. I don't know. My main issue with this map is just the water. I just don't think it really plays a role, and I think it just kind of slows down the pacing of the map, especially on like, again, objective-based modes where people like in kill order can just hide in the water. And I mean, it's kind of cool for that, but like outside of that, I don't think the water is ever used on this map. I don't know. I'm just not really a fan of it. I think it's okay. I really like the destroyed building. It reminds me of Call of Duty Ghosts, like the skyscraper map. However, I don't know. I just don't think it's too great. So I'm just gonna put that C tier. I think it's just kind of mid. I don't think it's good. I don't really think it's bad. So I'm just gonna put it at C tier for now with Helipad. Next up, we have Subsonic. Now, this map is a very fast-paced map. It's pretty close quarters, even though it looks large. This map just plays very fast. And I really like it. I think it has a good place in Black Ops 6. There are a couple other maps that really play quickly, especially like the Faceoff maps. But I think Subsonic is good. I don't think it is S tier, but I think it's a very solid map, and I think I'm going to put it at A tier. I think it plays well. It can just be a little frustrating with just how small it is, but I think it plays really well, and I really like the big doors on the map. I like how you can interact with them. I love the interactable stuff on these Black Ops 6 maps. I think it's really fun. It reminds me of Black Ops 1, which is really fun, like especially the hotel DLC map where there was an elevator. I love that map from Black Ops 1. But anyways, this game, Subsonic, I think it's great. It's going to go in an A tier. I think that's a good spot for it. Next up, we have Rewind. Now, man, Rewind is a very large map. I think it's the second largest map that we have in the game. And I'm really not a fan of it. I think it plays okay. I think when you're like in the enemy spawn, it's kind of fun. However, I just think it's just too big. I feel like you could cut this map in half and make it just 2 separate multiplayer maps. I really don't like how big this map is, and I feel like with sniping, it doesn't feel fun. So yeah, I'm gonna put it at D tier, and the reason I'm not putting it F tier is because I still think there is some good parts of this map. Like, I think on the sides of this map you can have a lot of fun. And I mean, if you're sniping, it can sometimes be fun. But man, it's just way too big. I think the middle of the map is okay. Like with the store and whatever, I think that plays okay, but I don't know, it's just way too big in my opinion. And I just feel like it plays very choppy, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put in D tier. I also didn't realize I didn't put Nuketown on here, but if I were to rank Nuketown, it would probably go in B tier with Hideout and Patrol. I think it's okay, or Protocol, not Patrol, I'm sorry. I think Nuketown's okay. We've just seen it so much, and I think they also added a Nuketown Easter egg, so my video about that's outdated, but whatever, who cares. But yeah, I think Nuketown's okay. I don't think it's S tier. I feel like with Omni Movement, it doesn't play as well, in like, as it did in previous games. So it'd be in B tier if I were to put it in this list. So just imagine it being in B tier. Anyways, onto our next map is Scud. Now this is another beta map, and this is a map with the downed like satellite thing. I think this map's okay. I'm gonna put it at B tier. I like how this map plays. I feel like it has good flow. It's big, but it's also kind of small, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like this map plays very good. I feel like the lanes on this map just work well. I don't think like the power position and the satellite is too overpowered. I think this map just plays well. But it's not really my personal favorite map just because it's also kind of big. And I'm not really a huge fan of like gigantic maps. Just because there's some pretty nasty sightlines on this map. Another issue I have with this map is the two power positions. All of these maps in this B tier have two different like central power positions. And Scud it's similar. And it's just kind of, I mean, it's okay. It's just big. I think it's not mid. I think it's a good map. I just think the bad parts about it is that's just a little bit big, but overall I think it's solid, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up, we have Red Card. Now I'm just gonna put this in F tier right away. It's way too big. This map doesn't have good flow. I really am not a fan of Red Card. I think it's okay on 10v10, but even then, I just think Red Card does not play very well, which sucks because I think the theme of this map is good, but like on Team Deathmatch, this map just plays so slow. It feels like you're playing like Battlefield, but even slower because Battlefield's fun. So I just don't think Red Card's a good map. I usually back out whenever I have this map. It's just not fun. There really isn't anything about this map that I like, except for the elevators and the fact that there's music near the field. Those are the two things I really like about this map. But besides that, I feel like it's just way too big. It's way too choppy. And if you're not playing objective-based mode, it just makes you want to cry. So I'm going to put it at F tier. Next up is Babylon. Now, Babylon is another pretty small map. This map is a very fast-paced map, and I think it's pretty solid. I enjoy Babylon. I think it's just fun to play on. I think every lane in this map is balanced pretty well. So I'm going to put Babylon in A tier. I think it's pretty solid. I don't think it's the best map, just because it is pretty small, and it can kind of become a kill house at times, which, in my opinion, just isn't super fun. So I'm gonna put it at A tier just because sometimes it can get a little too chaotic. However, overall, I think Babylon is super fun. Next up, we have Derelict. Now, Derelict, I really enjoyed in the beta. However, as time has gone on, I have really kind of lost interest in this map. I feel like it can just be a little bit slow at times, and also I think like in the middle of the map, just the visibility can get pretty bad. Just with like one smoke grenade or one frag grenade can completely just, ruin your visibility. And just with how narrow it is, it just kind of sucks. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of Derelict. I also think it's a little bit big on some of the sides of the map. And it has like two power positions that are kind of decent. Well, this map actually has a few power positions like on top of the trains. Look, overall, I think this map is just kind of mid. I don't think it's I don't think it's like too bad. However, I also don't think it's great. I think I'm gonna put it. I really almost want to put it in D tier, um, or C tier. I'm really split between C or D tier. However, I think for Derelict, gosh, I think I'm gonna put it in D tier. I think I'm gonna do it alongside Rewind. Does that feel right? I feel like I like Derelict more than Rewind. Maybe it'll be in a higher D tier. Next up, we have Vorkuta. I really enjoy this map. I will be honest. This is one of my personal favorite maps. So I'm gonna put it in S tier. I know, bias. Well, it's my list, so I'm sorry. But I love the aesthetic of this map. I love the snow. I love the way this map plays. I think every lane on this map is really fun. I think it's one of the maps where, it plays well in team deathmatch. It plays well in objective-based modes. I just think it's really fun. It also has a nice bit of verticality, which is it's fun. I think this map is balanced pretty well too. Actually, the side that spawns near the downed, excavator kind of has a little bit of an advantage, I would say. However, not too much of an advantage. I don't know. I think it plays all right. I really enjoy Vorkuta. I think it's a great multiplayer map, so I'm going to put it in S tier. Next up, we have Vault. Now, this is another one of those maps that, it's pretty big. Vault is a pretty sizable map. However, I think on objective-based modes, like Domination specifically, this map is so fun to play on. So I'm thinking A or B tier for Vault. I don't know. I really enjoy Vault. I think this map plays very well. I also like the theme of it, the Saddam Hussein Palace. I think that's really cool. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think that's okay. Or maybe an A tier. I don't know. My main thing with this map is it's big. Although it's really fun, it can just feel a little bit big at times, which can be a little bit annoying to find enemies. However, I don't know. I think it's okay. I'm gonna put it in B tier. That feels alright. Next up, we have the Faceoff maps, which are the maps that you can't use score streaks in. The smaller maps. And the first one that we have is Warhead, which is like the blown up Nuketown thing. I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite Face-Off map. I just don't think it plays well. I really dislike it. I feel like F tier is a bit harsh. But I feel like it's an F tier Face-Off map. It's just not fun. I don't like the layout of it. I just think it plays weird. There's not enough cover, and this, you can flip spawn so easily on this map. I don't know. I'm just not really a fan. I'm not a fan of it aesthetically. I think it's kind of cool. I think there's just a lot of missed potential. But yeah, not a fan of Warhead. It's definitely my least favorite Face-Off 6v6 map. So yeah, I'm gonna put it at F tier just because it's my least favorite. We have Stakeout. Now, I put a Warhead at F tier, and I'm going to put Stakeout at S tier. I think Stakeout is probably the best face-off map. I just think it plays really well. I think every lane of this map is really fun to, just go through. I think Stakeout's fantastic. I think it is the ideal face-off map. Stakeout's fantastic. It's so good. I don't know what else I can say. There's a cool parkour thing you can do where if you run up the stairs, you can dolphin dive into the middle of the map. This map's really cool. I love all the hidden movement stuff that you can do. I think it's super fun. So just for that, I'm going to put it in S tier. It's my favorite. Next up, we have Gala. Now I think Gala is I really don't like how it plays, to be honest. If you're using a shotgun, this map is tough because the sightlines on this map are pretty long for a face-off map. It's very much catered to an assault rifle, sniper rifle play style, maybe SMG. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of Gala. I'm a fan of it aesthetically. I think it looks cool. But I'm really just not a fan of how it plays. So I think I'm going to put Gala in D tier. And the final map that we have is Pit. I think Pit is really fun. My favorite part about this map is camping up in the upper level with a shotgun and shooting people in the face when they try to use the ladder. I am that person, and I'm sorry. I feel ashamed. But I think Pit's pretty fun. I don't think it's the best face-off map. I don't think it's stakeout tier. However, I think it's pretty solid. So I'm gonna put it at, man, I think it's a B tier map overall. I think it's pretty solid, and that's gonna be my list. I hope you all enjoyed watching this, and let me know if you agree or disagree. Just be respectful in the comments. But I thought this was a very fun video to make, and I thought it'd be just kind of interesting to share my own thoughts about all the Black Ops 6 multiplayer maps and rank them. So thank you all so much for watching and just listening to me yap and give my opinions about all of the Black Ops 6 multiplayer maps. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, let me know. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you, I don't know, later.